Mayor Rebecca Jones, on October 22nd, you attended an event at the county building with faith leaders and other city representatives to pray for the release of Israeli hostages. On that very day that you expressed your support for Israel, 400 Palestinians were killed in what was described as Gaza's heaviest day of bombing since the start of the Israelis' bombardment 2 weeks prior. Today marks 38 days of Israel's attacks on Gaza, and already more than 11,000 Palestinians have been killed, over 4,500 of them being children. In addition to those deaths, 28,000 Palestinians have been injured, and over 1 million citizens have been internally displaced. With 21 hospitals out of service due to lack of resources, aid, and Israel's bombing of hospitals, patients have nowhere to go. They are being operated on while they lay on the floor with no morphine, no anesthesia, with doctors using flashlights from their phones to be able to see. Patients have nothing but cloth rags to bite down on in hopes that it'll relieve their pain. Mothers are giving birth and being discharged from the hospital just hours after. I know some of you here are mothers. Can you imagine that pain? Can you imagine that fear of delivering your baby and not knowing if you can keep them safe after? And now let's say these mothers and their babies survive the birth. Palestinians don't have food or clean water or basic necessities along with the medical or clean water, since basic necessities are not being allowed in. So now people that survive Israel's bombardment are at risk of dying from starvation and dehydration. And in fact, as of November 8th, 12 have died due to that reason. It has been 38 days of Israel's relentless bombing of innocent civilians. So I ask why we as Palestinians have not been extended the same sympathy and prayers from our representatives. You have failed us all as community leaders for not acknowledging our suffering, for not being the voice we need, for not making Palestinians and people in support of Palestine feel safe in the community, and not calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. You have failed us by not acknowledging our humanity, our basic right to be seen by the people who claim to represent us. We are members of your community. My family has lived in San Marcos for 45 years. We own businesses. Our kids go to school here. We pay taxes, and we deserve to have leadership that accurately represents us. And as of now, I must say you have not accurately been representing us. We demand for a ceasefire in Gaza and the allowance of aid to relieve and assist the 2 million Palestinians in need, and we call on you all to demand it. Thank you.
Okay, the next speaker will be Suhair.
We all see our time, so thank you all.
Okay, Rowan, I guess also, and then Maureen.
I just want to add something, just to remind you that we are Palestinian, Muslim, and Christian Americans that are part of the fabric of this community that we call home. So I want you to remember that, because as you say that you are a concerned citizen and you like equality, you did not show that. All we want is equal justice for all and prayers for all, equal prayers for all, because everybody deserves that. Every child deserves that. Thank you.
Thank you. I do a lot of praying in my home. Thank you very much. Marlene Walder will be next.
Sorry, but the new home is not enough.